You look like you're gonna cry. I feel like it.
No, I'm literally obsessed.
Hi, besties.
Welcome to Literally
Obsessed.
It's Cassy.
And Brittany.
Welcome back, girls and gays and theys. How are y'all today? Happy Pride!
Happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride! Welcome back to Iron Flame episode 5, everyone. How's everyone's day going?
Hope it's
Kind
going
of
well.
muggy outside.
Yeah, it is.
A little humid.
I'm waiting for the sun to come out.
She's peeking.
She's coming.
She's
yeah.
coming. We want to address the elephant in the room. Brittany and I like to match sometimes, and we recently went to the LA County Fair. Represent.
We love the fair.
And we love, what's the pig's name?
Thumer?
Thumer?
Or Thummer?
Thummer.
Thummer.
Such a weird name for a pig. But yeah, shout out.
Shout out to the LA County Fair. Thank you for hosting
Thanks
us.
for having us for your event, your small event.
Yeah, this is not that many people were invited. Don't be upset if you missed it this year.
They'll come back. I really want to go back again.
I know, I love the fair. I was sad that it came and went so quick.
Came and went so quickly.
But the OC fair is coming up.
Yes.
The LA fair is better. Just throwing it out there.
It's
but
huge.
The OC fair is fun as well.
If you live in the OC or in the surrounding areas,
Yeah.
head on down. You'll see us.
We'll see you there.
Because we're also being hosted.
Thank you, OC Fair.
Thank you, OC Fair. So today's episode goes over chapters 17 through 20, I think. Yeah, 17 to 20. We're finally getting into some fun parts of the book.
It's about time,
Thank
guys.
God. We had
I
to
wasn't
climb the
sure
hill.
how we were going to make it through the last episode. But we did it.
Was it as delusional as I thought?
To be honest, I have not started the editing process yet.
It's okay. No,
I will today, though, and I'll see if it's terrible.
I feel like we had some good points.
I think we had some good points.
But
it was a
equally
boring stretch of chapters. We think what we're going to do, we've already decided, like, we came out with the schedule for part 1 of
Yeah.
Iron Flame. But for part 2, we don't know if we're going to stick to the 4 chapters. I said it right this time.
You did.
I
I'm
had to
proud
stop
of you.
myself. For the 4 chapters per episode type thing, we might do more or less depending on.
I think we're going to go chapter by chapter. See if they like, or no, like
I
not
was
like
like,
one by
whoa.
one, no, but like see if like if it needs like more chapters or like less
Yeah.
chapters or something.
Yeah. Even though everything happens in the second part.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some parts that we could just kind of breeze over and
It goes like really crazy after part 1 ends. So.
Yeah, it's true.
So the rest of, I guess, like part 1 is just going to be the same, and then we'll switch it over to part 2 whenever we get there.
Yeah.
We also have
mid-July.
Mid-July. We also want to hear from you to let you know, like, if you guys have any book recommendations, because after Iron Flame, we are looking to see other books that we want to cover. So just start thinking of those and letting us know what you want to hear or what you want us to read so we can talk about it. We're just kind of playing around with it, so we're open to your guys' thoughts too.
Yeah.
Let us know.
All right. So,
Ooh.
some things that we want to introduce before we get in. Just want to remind you all that we do have a Patreon.
Woo!
It's brand new, up and running. We have 2 tiers. We have the Book Besties and the Book Club. And both have access to our private Discord channel. And in there, you can pick books for the month to have a little book club. You guys can vote what we're going to talk about on the podcast, and you'll get early access to episodes and fun things like merch coming soon.
Yes, I'm so
We're excited about
We're
it.
developing the thoughts right
As we
now. So if you have anything or would like to be a part of the Patreon, please join. It's so excited. We like to have a little community, so
Definitely.
please join it.
Yeah. So, spoiler warning for everybody. Per usual, this, even though we are only covering 17 through 20 in this episode, we are going to be talking about everything and theories for the entire book and the entire series, as well as a content warning. This stretch of chapters just have a tiny steamy part, and we also just make everything inappropriate. We cuss a lot, so
Sorry.
yeah.
Not sorry.
All right, let's dive in
Let's do it.
to spilling the tea take us away, Cassie.
Alrighty. So for chapter 17, we open the chapter with talking to Imogen. She's talking to Violet, asking her how she's doing and how Xaden is, which is kind of surprising for Imogen. You know, we're getting a little bit of a friendship vibe here. She quickly humbles her after kind of finding out that she's having issues with Xaden and with him keeping secrets or making her have to hide secrets from her friends. So Imogen kind of helps humble her in saying that a normal relationship with Xaden will never happen, and she just has to understand that. We also find out that Xaden mentions in the letter that just like a little bit more of his background. He said that he explained a lot of his life before the rebellion, which I we'll get into later, but I just have so many thoughts about his letters and what is in that. I want to know what's in the letters. And then during battle brief, Rhiannon hands Violet a disturbing letter that her family got, and it says, "Beware of the strangers seeking shelter," and it follows with just kind of being like, "Your kindness kills." So that kind of disturbs Rhiannon. And Markham is the one that takes the letter. It's Markham, right? Takes the letter and talks about it during battle brief. While it's going on, Violet starts to question more and more about who is trustworthy and who is not. So she starts to kind of talk to herself in her mind, and Taryn kind of snaps back and is like, "Hey, be careful, put your shields up," kind of vibe. And while that's all kind of happening, she's feeling a lot of rage. She's feeling a lot of pent-up emotion, which we know when that happens, she gets a little striky, little lightning bolty. Rhiannon asks if she's okay, to which Violet lies again. She says that she has to book it to RSC, but she's actually storming into the archives to where the professors and students are gathered, awkwardly watching her. As this is all going on, she's like still spiraling in her head. Jacinia goes to Violet and is like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing here? You're gonna make things look obvious." While she's retrieving the book back that Violet had about the wards, and Jacinia also told how Violet needs to be a better friend to everyone else because it's obviously messing with her emotions. So she just needs to figure it all out.
Wait, Jacinia?
Jacinia?
Do you mean Violet needs to be a better friend?
Yes. So Jacinia humbles Violet. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. So that kind of happens at the end of chapter 17. Chapter 18, we get Xaden back, baby. He's back. He kind of just jolts in, and while that's happening, Violet's like in her room on the floor with a bunch of like books all over, and she just kind of looks like she's just swiping through the archives of her own room, and there's a lot of tension going on between her and Xaden. Xaden discovers that she's been reading about the first six and that she had been hiding that from him, so they get into a very big argument that lasts pretty much until the end of these stretch of chapters. They continue the argument. They're going to return the book. As they're opening the door, Rhiannon, Reddick, and Sawyer are there and ask if Violet wants to go to Shantara, right? Mm-hmm. We discovered that the 2 episodes.
I think we got it.
Xaden claps back at them, saying that she's busy. As that's happening, they're fighting again in their minds, and as they're like fighting in their minds, the rest of the friends are like, "What's going on?" At the end, Rhiannon kind of humbles Xaden, tells him like, "You need to watch out, like be nice to my best friend." And as they're continuing, Violet and Xaden are walking around to the archives. They are stopped by Nolan, who's looking a little slumped. He reveals that it's hard work mending a soul, which is kind of crazy. And then Nolan asks if Violet's been doing all right, just checking in. It's kind of sketchy. Xaden and Violet are looking at Nolan and being like, "What is going on? Something's looking a little weird." They kind of move past it, and they go give the book back to Jacinia, and they go right back to arguing. The next morning, Xaden leaves without coming back or meeting up after their fight. He goes and talks to Bodhi and kind of gives him an update, and then it's just some tough waters, man. Tough waters. Take it away, Brittany.
All right, chapter 19. It's 2 days later, and it is now time for flight maneuvers. And Darna is still sleeping, so she doesn't show up. And Varish tells Violet that she can't do flight maneuvers, and she will be punished. This pisses off Taryn, and he attacks Solus until Varish apologizes for the way he treated Violet. And this literally goes so far that he has Varish on his knees apologizing. Thank you, Taryn. It's about time somebody did it. A few days later, Rhiannon questions Violet about Varish's punishment, and she's shocked to find out that Varish used Violet's signet against her. Rhiannon comments on how brutal things like the gauntlet are or the parapet, but Violet kind of fights back and says that they actually do help them prepare for what's out there. Their fight is kind of interrupted by Varish coming to check on Violet's bag before she takes off to Samara. Rhiannon is happy that they got into a minor fight instead of pretending that everything is okay, and Violet admits that nothing is all right. Chapter 20. We open up this chapter with an excerpt from Xaden's letter about how he forgot what it's like to feel loved. And Taryn and Violet land in Samara, and Violet sees Xaden. Xaden asks Violet if she wants time to talk in private or not, and then tells her to tell him to kiss her, even if it's just for show. They share a pretty hot kiss in the middle of everyone, including Mira. Xaden leaves Mira and Violet alone, and we find out that Mira is now stationed at Samara, and Mira realizes that Violet is falling for Xaden. Mira and Violet are practicing throwing knives, and Violet's freaking out about having to keep the secret that Brennan is alive from her sister. Mira is intrigued that Xaden is helping keep Violet alive by doing things like giving her custom Tirish daggers, and she reminds Violet that she can't trust him because he is a Ryerson. The two then talk about the wards and how they work, but Mira kind of stops the conversation and reminds Violet that this is going above her clearance and even Mira's clearance at points. Violet keeps asking questions, but Mira just refuses to answer them, and obviously Mira catches on that something is going on with Violet, and Violet hints that there are Venom and Wyvern out in the world. Mira thinks that Violet is just spending too much time reading fables and she's not getting enough sleep, so that kind of ends the conversation there. And later on that night, Xaden comes to bed and it wakes up Violet. Violet tells Xaden that she almost told Mira about everything, but Xaden reminds Violet that she is allowed to keep secrets even from him, and they actually finally have a conversation without arguing. They cuddle, and Xaden tells her that they'll never fully be able to block each other out from the bond, and if they do, that means that the other person is dead. And Violet kind of wants to have a fun little steamy time, but Xaden reminds her not until she tells him those 3 little words, and before they fall asleep, Xaden reminds both Violet and himself that she still loves him. Cute
way to end this saga of chapters.
Yeah.
I realized words were hard for me today. I realized that.
I just sometimes
They're
don't
always hard for
make
me.
sense when I type this stuff out.
Same.
Like I'm mid-thought and then I change it. And then as I'm rereading it, I'm like, oh, that didn't make any sense.
No, because I think I was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like just thinking about it. I was like,
You just kind of, these outlines are just like a brain dump.
they're brain dump.
And then I come back and I'm like, oh, that didn't make any sense.
Oof.
All right.
Take it away,
Let's
Brittany.
hop into our deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first of all, just love Imogen calling Violet out when it comes to Xaden, and just being like, you didn't fall for an ordinary rider. You fell for Xaden, and like, if you wanted easy, you would have gone with Dane. I just feel like she humbles Violet a little bit, and I love it.
No, and then I hate the way that Violet was trying to clap back.
Yeah.
And Imogen's like, yep, that's not working on me.
Yeah.
And then being like, oh, like, should I ask about your romance? She's like, no, because I don't talk to you about my romantic.
Yeah, she's like, reminder, we're not friends.
Yeah, and also she's kind of right, because I feel like Violet just dumps it on people without a lot of context. Yeah, or reciprocating it. I feel like Violet's the type of person that goes, like, it's like, you know, I'm just having a weird day. It's fine. Like, I'm fine though. I'm fine.
Yeah,
and then
no
you
need
have
to
to ask about it.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, no, it's like cool, like whatever. Like Xaden's cool, I guess. You know, like, you know, taunting people to ask her the question. I'm like, girl, everyone knows what you're doing. You're just annoying.
Yeah. A little pick-me girl.
Pick-me girl at best.
Also, okay, this part just made me laugh because when Violet goes out into the courtyard when she's getting all mad in class and she wields lightning in the courtyard, Rhiannon sees it, and then Rhiannon is like, are you okay? And she's like, I'm fine. And then she's just like, lying is becoming so easy. It's like, no, that's like when you're crying and you're like, no, I'm fine. And it's like, okay, we know that you're not fine.
Dude,
I wouldn't consider that lying, Violet.
No, it's just, you're not being,
it's just like
you're
just
embarrassed.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
you got caught. I'm just imagining her like, oh, I'm fine. And
She's
it's
like, no. And she's like, I think like she burnt a wall down or something. Like she took like a wall with like.
No, and it's just her saying like it's becoming so easy. Like first of
it's
all,
not easy.
First
girl.
of all,
obviously.
if you're ever caught in that situation, like where you're like crying or something and something obviously happens, you're like, I'm fine. It's like that. I wouldn't even consider, I don't know. Like I said, I wouldn't consider that lying. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, it's easy to lie, because it's like.
It's not
really
you're
lying.
you're reacting to your emotion.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not lying.
And
everyone
like you're not
can tell.
believable. Like Rhiannon wasn't for 1 second like she must be okay.
No, you're
I
not
hate her.
fooling anyone, girl. Oh, I do want to talk about the epigraph before this chapter. It was something from I think it was was it the first 6 that said it? No, it was something about the dragons.
Yeah.
Something about it.
How they both sacrificed, humans and dragons sacrificed things.
So it talks a lot about like the losses that they've suffered from unifying together, specifically how the ancestral hatching grounds were affected. So I just want to know and kind of touch base on what exactly that means, and if it has anything to do with Andarna, because I'm just interested in what they mean by ancestral hatching grounds. Like, was it wiped out?
That was kind of how I took it. Like maybe something happened and now those hatching grounds don't exist.
And then I was also interested if like, because it says that obviously like people of Navarre like were affected by it too, because they like lost lives in it. I'm just interested to see like if it's like a nature's imbalance thing where you have, like dragons had to suffer equally as much as like people had to suffer. So I'm trying to pay more attention to the epigraphs.
Yeah, there was another one. I don't think I wrote it. I don't know if maybe you did. And if you
Which
did, we
one?
can talk about it later. But
I wrote a lot about the epigraphs today.
Because there was one that was saying like we didn't think about the people who we wouldn't be protecting with the wards.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I have a lot of questions about that too. Like,
I think I put that in the next chapter.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you put it in.
Oh. Awkward. Oh, I did.
It's okay, we'll get to it. But I just want to like look a little closer at them because I feel like they give a lot of information.
So much information.
So I'm very curious if we'll ever find out what actually happened and if there was. I mean, but I know a lot of things.
We have to though. I think we have to.
Right? Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I want to go back to what I said earlier during the spill the tea is I want to know why we don't see any of his letters, or we don't. I understand that she'll put a bunch of them in the epigraphs. Like she'll just put little moments.
No, like I want to read the full thing.
Give it to me at the end of the book.
Do you think it says Dear Violet? Do you think it just says Violet? Do you think it says Violence?
He calls her love.
Do you think it says love? What do you think it says? Do you think he signs it like a little heart? Xaden. Love Xaden. Do you think he's just a Xaden? Like he's just Violet.
He's
blah,
like
blah, blah,
the love
Xaden.
of your life. The only one you've ever loved.
You still love me.
Oh my god, he would.
He would.
He would. How cute. I can just see how he would be so flirty in it.
Yeah.
But I also think, and this one specifically, I'm always looking into it a little bit more than I should. But when he's exposing about his life before the rebellion, and I think she says, I wonder if he ever thinks if that was reality now. And I'm just like, is he being as vulnerable as possible in these love letters? Is he like...
I feel like it's being vulnerable because he's sharing important information about his past that people probably don't know.
Yeah, and like the trust he has for them to not be sorted through, like someone to not see his letters.
Well, that's why he's leaving them on her bed.
Oh, you're right.
He's not mailing them.
You're right. But I'm just... It's so cute. I can just see him like writing, but it's just like he's giving her a background.
I know.
I just think that it's a lot of vulnerability, and like he's showing it, and I'm like, Violet, and you need more proof? You need more proof?
Imogen's like, I love that she's like, does Xaden strike you as a letters kind of guy? He's not even a talking kind of guy. Like,
oh my god. And then Violet goes like, we're working on our communication. Are you?
No, it seems like he is.
You're not.
But you're not, girly.
You're not.
I hate her.
She pisses me off. I also want to bring up, just as a little fun snippet, that I always forget that Imogen's hair is pink. I don't know why I forget about that more than... But do we think a lot of other people have color hair too?
Maybe. I think that they do say Heaton. They have orange hair, I believe.
Orange hair. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's like dyed orange or like reddish orange hair.
Yeah, like copper orange tone.
Yeah.
And was there maybe someone made like a fan art, but I saw like someone put Rhiannon had like a couple green braids in her hair for the dragon.
Oh,
but I don't know if that was just like someone made it. I don't think they ever talk
there's
about
ever
it.
mention of it.
But do you think someone's got a little blue going on
for the Teen Vogue party?
I had to put that in. Sorry. But I was just wondering, it's like, do you think they like must have a lot of fun? Do you think they have like piercings?
Oh, that's a good question.
They got tattoos. They got hair
they have
color.
tattoos. Oh, maybe.
That'd be kind of cute.
You think they're doing it like Parent Trap style, like in the dorm room, apple behind the ear, needle?
I would hope that magic would just. But
and you just have a piercing?
Yeah.
No pain,
It's a
no
signet.
recovery time. It's just there.
I don't know. I just think it'd be kind of cool and spunky to have pink hair, and then because her hair is it like half shaved?
Yeah.
And then like.
I really hope. I think her name is Natalie Dormer. I hope.
Oh, I think
she looks like pretty close to how I picture Imogen, and in I can't remember what movie it is, but she has like a half shaved head.
Our feature casting, we gotta do that.
We gotta do that.
Oh my gosh, that's.
I'll tell y'all right now, no one is good enough for Xaden.
Yeah, Xaden's an open book.
I don't have a Xaden.
We're gonna have to find someone off the street.
I think realistically, I'll just tell y'all right now, they need to cast all new actors.
Yeah.
Like, except for maybe the dragons.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, Lilith.
Yeah, I was about to say, people I don't really...
But I would love for it to be all new actors.
I don't want to have, like, a pre-existing thought of them.
Exactly.
Or think of them
I would love to
past
audition.
Movies.
So.
I'll audition for Riddick.
For Riddick? Oh my gosh.
I wish I was that funny. But I don't know. I thought it was really cool to see that other people... How do they color their hair?
Well, okay, I was just about to say, she dyes it, because she talks about at the end of Fourth Wing that she has, like, freshly dyed hair. But, yeah, I am... Like, are they crushing flowers and using that as the dye?
Like, pretty strong flowers.
I was just thinking, it's Sawyer... I mix them up, and I don't mean to.
Sawyer?
It was either Sawyer or Riddick had gotten a tattoo.
I think it was Sawyer.
In Fourth Wing. So, like...
Right?
Yeah, sure. Let's just say
Let's
just say it's Sawyer. But, like, do they have tattoo guns? Or do we think it's like a poke and what is it called? Poke and stick?
Stick and poke?
Stick and poke, yeah.
I think it's more stick and poke, right?
Like, and do they have tattoo artists?
I would
Where
envision
did he get
like
this done? Do you think people are
someone's
doing
in
it in their dorm?
room.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
It's pure college vibes.
How sanitary is this?
Not at all.
Oh my god.
Not at all. But I can suppose being like, yeah, I just got this cool tattoo I got from the guy like 3 doors down.
3 doors down, yeah.
Yeah, like he just got it. He did it for free. It's pretty cool. I don't know.
What is their currency? Did we talk about this?
Oh,
like little dragon scales?
We did talk about this. It was the dragon scales that got me like thinking back. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they have
like coins.
I think it's coins. Like a good gold coin. They never talk about it.
I don't think so.
Do they? I don't think so. Rebecca.
These are the questions we need answers
we
to.
need the full economy.
We don't need to know if Xaden's mom's alive. We need to know what the currency is.
I need to know if they have tattoo artists and like tattoo guns.
Yeah,
they
and like
can't.
how they dye their
They don't
hair.
have electricity. But they do.
Well,
but they don't. If they have lightning, they have electricity.
Maybe they use solar panels.
Do you think they're that advanced?
I have no idea what time we're in. No, I really don't. I want to believe it's like modern day, but just in another world. So like their technology is not the same as ours.
But then they have a wagon and horse.
Exactly. It's okay. I haven't read Crescent City, not to get off topic.
No.
But I've heard that it is like fantasy meets, like they have phones.
They have cell phones.
They wear snapbacks. Like, and I saw fan art today on on Instagram, and they were wearing like sweats and a tank top. And I was like, what is happening?
No, I don't get it.
I have to read it I just need to know like what's happening.
I can't tell.
And I know I should
like
read
that.
Throne of Glass first, but I think I have to just dive in to see what the heck this book is about.
I heard that it's a little everywhere.
That's
with just like the world building. I don't know if I love having modern with mixed of like fantasy because it needs to be consistent.
I feel like that only works if it would have to be like, oh, it's a romance with fantasy elements,
right?
Or like a Harry Potter, like there's a human world and then there's a
wizarding world.
Yeah,
you know, yeah, I feel like that's a good mix. I feel, because I forget that Harry Potter was like set in the early 2000s, 90s
in the 90s.
Yeah. So I don't know, sometimes it takes me out of it, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna hate it, but it does send me down this exact spiral we've been having since the start of the podcast.
Yeah,
is I have no idea what time frame we're in.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like when you think of Lord of the Rings, what's the time frame?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I'd like to think it's a parallel universe, though.
So you think it's happening currently?
Yeah, because I just talked to him the other day.
Okay, but that's even like Star Wars.
Yeah, that's true.
It seems futuristic, but it's in a galaxy. It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
You're right.
So it's in the past.
Yep.
And that'll never make sense to me.
It's like,
I'm like, no, we're watching a movie about the future. Like,
is that Interstellar?
I don't think I've ever seen Interstellar.
That's the one that has the different, like, universes.
Are you talking about Inception?
Is that Inception?
Interstellar's in space, isn't it?
Yeah, but then they go to like a planet that like sets them back, and they like come back 40 years later.
Okay, well then that's not Inception.
Okay, I don't know what Inception is.
You've never seen Inception?
I don't think so.
With Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
Oh. That's weird.
What is that one about?
Like there's like dreams, and there's like multiple, like, I don't want to call them universes, but like they're having dreams, so there's like different possible outcomes happening kind of at the same, so almost like different like universes,
multiverse.
Yeah, it's I've seen it a couple times. I still don't understand it, which is the whole thing, is like, you know, at the end, is it a dream, is it not a dream?
So it's your own
yeah
interpretation. But I think like a multiverse vibe is what I picture all of these universes.
Okay.
Because I think there's I'm sure that there's universes like out there. Like I think there's yeah I think there's a lot out there. Yeah, there's a Xaden.
He's out there.
He's out there.
Just not here.
If you just look at that one star that's like
second star to the right, you'll see
right on some morning. You'll see Zay. You'll see Zay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. Going into chapter 18, we might have to bring out the map for this.
You don't need to bring out the map,
girl, because I'm confused.
Okay, what are you confused
about? Because she goes, it smells like he has flown for 12 hours. I don't know if she says like he has flown for 12 hours or it smells like he has. I don't know if it's like a whatever, but I just want to remeasure or rethink back to how close Samara is to Bezgaev.
I'm literally gonna Google it.
Imagine his like the Apple location.
It says that it's a day's flight.
24 hours?
No, it's got to be less. Okay, maybe we do need to pull out the map.
I think we need to pull out the map because I want to see how close it is. I can
please.
I can bring it up. Okay, so that's 12 hours here to here.
Okay.
Didn't they say a 7-hour trip was here though? Right? That's not 12 hours. Does it depend on like
okay, also how big is this
advisory?
continent? Because imagine California on there, and then imagine California over by Caldeir, and then I need you to imagine like Florida.
Do you think it's as big as
about
the
5
United
hours?
States?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, how fast do dragons fly? How fast do dragons fly?
That's true. They might not fly as fast as planes.
Because planes fly at least what?
I don't know.
Oh my God. 650 miles an hour?
Wow.
How fast do dragons fly?
You think there's going to be a Google search on that?
There was a Google search about how long it takes from Samara to
okay, that's fair.
And there should be. Okay. All right. Let's outsource it a little bit to
I have my
Game
calculator.
of Thrones. Okay. In Game of
Thrones, give me a number.
It says the average speed of a dragon is 580 miles per hour.
Okay, so slightly slower than a pig. Okay,
slightly
580 to an hour times 12. No, wait. Where am I getting that? Wait, divided by 12. What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to get
5.
Oh, no. You know what I was looking for was the actual distance, and then I was going to see if that was 12.
Oh, I see what you mean. Do 580 miles per hour.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, 580 times 12.
Okay, that's what I
Right?
said the first time. So it's 6,960 miles away.
Wait, no, that just means that the speed was... Wait.
No, wait, what did we do? Again, math is not...
Fuck. Hold on. Okay. If it's 12 hours long.
Yeah. Oh, I see which... Yeah.
If
Wait,
it's
wait,
a 12
wait,
hour...
wait.
Hold on. Let's...
Oh!
If it's 12 hours long...
I was right when I was...
Wait, what were you right about?
I think I was trying to get the distance. Never mind.
Okay. If it takes... What are we looking for?
I don't know. Are we looking for the distance? For the miles traveled? Or are we looking for the... They told us the speed.
They told us... And we know how long it took.
Yeah. We
don't know the distance.
We don't know the distance. That's what I'm saying. So we know it takes 12 hours.
But this takes 7 hours, right? Didn't it take him a 7-hour trip from Basgiath to Athbeen?
Are you sure? Sorry.
Like, I think that's what we said last time, right? I'm just saying, I don't know if it actually would take 12 hours.
How far is Athbeen?
Wyverns fly at 18 miles an hour.
Oh, they're slow little babies.
That's what it says.
Where do they get that information?
People just make this shit up. For sure. What does it say?
There's just somebody's like, well, like I've flown to and from Japan twice. I'm like, no. I don't think that's the same thing. Oh, maybe because that's like a similar flight. Is that what they're trying to figure out?
Okay, well, if it is a 12-hour flight and it's going 500. So wait, what was that number?
Somebody said I thought they talked about it being a 12-hour flight
to Athbeen?
In Eurasia to No, maybe that's what it was. Wait, where's Eurasia?
It is this. It's all the same distance, really.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's all the same distance
I think that the
here.
thing was it's a closer flight to Eurasia than to Basgiath. But probably Basgiath to Eurasia, 12 hours.
How fucking big is this continent?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
what's a 12-hour flight from here? London?
Isn't Japan 12 hours? Oh, it might be more. So yeah. I mean, I guess it is a whole continent.
I don't know. That's fucking big, right? Mm-hmm. If you're telling me, like, from here to here is, like, from California to Japan, that's big.
Yeah. I think we do need to take into account, though, that the dragons don't fly as fast as planes. We probably also need to take into account the wind speeds.
Right.
Like, I'm sure there's a formula for this, but I'm not going to attempt it.
Whenever I fly from Texas to California, it takes a little longer sometimes.
Exactly. It depends which way you're going.
Right.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I hate to go down spirals like this, but at the same time, Rebecca made me do it.
So they're probably never going to get to the Barrens. That's got to be a 24-hour flight.
No, how would you, like 48 even. Like, look at all this.
No, I'd say 36.
There's a river.
You think the river's going to slow down the flight times?
I don't know if wind affects that. But like, imagine like the end of the Barrens. The Bay of... I want to know what's in here. I want to know what this whole thing is. Oh, because wait, hold on. We'll figure that out from how long it took from... Where were they? Were they in Samara to Corden?
Oh, no. Eurasia to Corden.
I hate to say it. That's really not that much of a difference between Basgiath to Samara.
It's about
maybe a little bit.
Maybe it's a 12-hour flight.
We'll see.
We'll see. Keep it consistent, Rebecca.
I'm done. So now that we didn't clear anything up.
Now that we've just established that we're bad at math, let's move on. I will research this in my free time and I'll come back. Or maybe somebody on TikTok has already done the work for me.
Please let us know.
Yeah,
we can't keep fooling ourselves like this.
No, truly. Okay, so I just want to talk about the epigraph for chapter 18 for a second. So it says, it's only when we pushed the wards to their true limits, extending them far past what we first thought was possible to what I now question as sustainable.
Yeah, girl.
That we define the borders of Navarre, regretfully knowing not every citizen would benefit from their protection. Here's the sketchy part, though. Translated twice and redacted once. So what was actually said in this?
I'm trying to think of like what parts were redacted.
I'm sure like whole sentences were probably redacted.
Okay, let's go.
I wish she would have left it in, like left a little redacted marks.
That would be so
Just some
cool.
notes for the next book, Rebecca.
It's only when we push the wars to their true limits.
Wards. Sorry, I misspelled it.
Extending them far past what we first thought was possible and to what I now question as sustainable. That we...
Maybe right there.
Oh, I think... yeah. Because sustainable, I think that they don't know how to sustain it. That's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think nobody really knows
because
how the wards
Xaden something says that no one knows how it was created, but they just know how to maintain it, though. So that's where I'm just...
And they use people who have... who are shields to help.
Exactly. So, like, Mira.
Yes.
So I just think that when they say, like, now I question what is sustainable, is, like, what has been maintaining it so far, and why are they, like, running out of it?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's where I feel like the translation or the I don't know where in this has been redacted, but, and we both define the borders of Navarre, regretfully knowing not every citizen would benefit from their protection. That's the crazy part, too.
Yeah, like... So they're just like, oh, sorry, guys. You're 5 feet that way. You're not going to be protected. Sorry. It's just how it works.
That's crazy to me. Like, how do they build the line of it, of who they're protecting?
I think that's another thing we're going to have to figure out. How far do the wards extend?
I feel
on
like
everything.
I don't know, because also dragons uphold a lot of the land as well, right? So are they in the dragon territory? Or is that completely separate? I would assume that they would be united. But I mean, obviously, like, humans don't own, or like they don't, I don't know.
Very sketchy.
I also want to bring up, I know we just talked about the map, maybe the continent's so fucking huge for these big ass dragons, to be fair.
Yeah,
they're like as big as like Boeing flight, like airplanes.
Can you imagine how you would sit on a dragon? So like you'd probably straddle, right? Like you're sitting in a little saddle.
I think you're on the splits at that point.
I mean, yeah, like they're pretty huge, right? But sitting like that for 12 hours, it's uncomfortable sitting on a plane for 4.
I think they talk about that, right? About being like, at least when Violet first got on the dragon, that she was really sore.
Yeah, like do you think they sleep if it's a 12-hour flight, or the dragon's just like, you can take a little nap?
Oh.
Do you think?
I don't know.
Hold on for dear life. Take a nap.
I feel like I would have to be awake for the whole time.
Yeah, I'm sure like wind is like hitting you in the face.
And there's like, I mean, for other riders, they don't have a saddle.
Yeah, so they have to hold on.
Just to like bareback on the...
Well, I think they have pommels. Is that what it's called?
To like hold on to? I see what you mean.
Like a little, I imagine they have like little spikes down their back and you can
hold on to one. Man, you're putting a lot of trust into their bone structure there.
Yeah, truly. All right, anyway. Okay, I just love, Taryn always calls Violet out and I love it. And Violet says something like, I can't remember, and she's just like, no point in keeping the secret or something, and then Taryn's just like, or maybe you want him to know. Call her out, Taryn. I love it.
Because she's just fishing for his attention, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah.
I just think that, like, I wanted Taryn to be more upfront with her in these points, because even though he does kind of, like, humble her, I'd just be like, Violet, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
No, literally.
Stop.
I think he needs to smack her with his tail and be like, knock it off.
Or do you think he's doing it for fun?
Oh my god, he's probably so sick of her. Like,
I would be
he's probably and poor guy has to deal with Andarna too. We don't give Taryn enough credit.
No, he has 3 strong womanly figures in his life, especially with dealing with Sigale.
Tired.
He's tired. You never talk about that. You never talk about that.
Yeah, we were talking about Sigale. Poor Taryn.
Love him. Yes, I can't wait to.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. to
Okay,
bring
I
up.
know we've talked about this before, but them talking, Xaden and Violet talking mind to mind, but fighting in front of their friends, because nobody knows that they can communicate through their minds. At least I believe.
Well, they do kind of
by the end.
By the end of this moment.
Well, I think the friends figured it out.
I think Rhiannon says something they're speaking in their.
Well, she says I think they're fighting, and then somebody says, but they're not saying anything.
And then Rhiannon.
So I don't think she says anything.
I think I highlighted it because I was like, oh my god, this is their first realization of seeing it.
I think they just say, I think they're fighting, but they're not saying anything. So I would assume they would put two and two together, that they must be
talking.
Yeah.
Do people not normally? I guess because it's not very.
Because remember, Xaden tells her in Fourth Wing when she's super surprised, he's like, "Careful, or you're gonna reveal our little secret."
Yeah, this is what it's so funny the way they say it. It's like Riddick goes, I think they're fighting. Rhiannon goes, they're not even speaking, and it's just, can you imagine all you see? Let's just pretend. How awkward would that be to witness?
Because I imagine Xaden's pretty he knows how to be pretty stoic.
Yeah,
he knows how to not give away. But yeah, I feel like Xaden's probably just and then Violet's probably and the friends are like, huh? Okay.
He's they're standing right there in the doorway.
Yeah.
And they're just
they're all in the doorway.
Okay.
They're like,
and all you just see is.
Yeah.
I would feel so fucking awkward.
Yeah.
That felt awkward doing.
It's weird.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I actually don't want to ever do that again. That was so uncomfortable for me. I crack up and I'm like, Violet, you can't be acting like you have all these fucking secrets too at the same time. I'm like, you're so noticeable, girl.
Yeah.
We all can read through you.
I also love how Rhee she's not afraid to stand up to Xaden. She might be the only person who's not afraid of Xaden, and literally was like, what did she tell him? She's like,
I may not be able to carry you, but I know my signet.
I can use my signet to put you in the ground.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, got it.
Got some loyal friends there, Violet.
Yeah. I know. He's like, ooh, I'm shaking in my boots. but it's just so funny that she's like,
I'm sure she probably could take him out.
I think she
has a crazy ass signet.
She does.
So I think she could
just
do it.
Oh my god, she's 11.
When you did that, I thought of 11. Holy shit, you're right.
Okay, and then also Nolan fully gives away that he's mending a soul. Yeah. And then Violet's like, I don't know if he's joking or not. Who would joke about that?
No, it's the way that he said it nonchalantly.
He's just like, ugh, mending a soul is tough work, am I right?
And how you doing, Violet?
Yeah. And she's like, oh, he must be joking. No, I would be like, wait, can we go back?
What do you mean
What do you mean mending?
He actually revealed it.
Her.
He revealed it.
Yeah.
Caroline goes and is not obviously injured.
Right.
But they're questioning it, and I think they say something like, oh, maybe she's just visiting someone who's getting healed. Who's the only person who she was close to?
Yeah, Jack.
Well,
she probably has other friends. I'm sure.
I don't know. I don't really like her. And then also, obviously, him being sickly, I feel like it would click to me being like, okay, how would someone be so exhausted?
No, for Violet being so smart, she's really dumb.
She's so
in a lot
dumb.
of these parts.
She's so dumb. But maybe me too. She's got a lot of things going on.
Yeah, I can't blame her because in the moment, I'm sure I would have.
We didn't know. To be fair, we didn't know.
That's really fair. So who am I to talk?
I'm actually.
Yeah, let me back in. So speaking of brilliant women, it's Rhiannon from this point forward, and she pointed that something was off about Solus. So she just, first of all, so smart, and I don't know, the way that she says it is like, oh, Solus is so crazy, but Varish seems so controlled, and they just don't make sense, and something is off. I know that there's theories about if they're Venom, maybe they can control their dragons. I wonder if there's...
Or, I don't know. Okay, so the bond between a rider and a dragon, I feel like they are, you know, they're very much connected. So I feel like once one person feels something, the other one will feel something too. I'm thinking that if like you become a venin, like it overtakes all of you, but the power is so different to a dragon to where they're like maybe in an outburst.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's such a strong power on top of their already intense power dragons have.
Okay.
That maybe he's just going crazy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
I feel like Venin's power is so intense or like so different that I would see how it could make a dragon go kind of wild or like extremely aggressive.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that like completely deters from that theory because I agree.
No, I like it.
But I think it also, if we're looking into how Venin work, I feel like it would be like that.
Either way, something weird's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way,
either way,
it's not
Venin.
normal.
Yeah.
Right. We got that established for sure.
Okay. So I have a question. Do we think Varish understands Taryn? Or is it Solus translating what Taryn is saying to Varish? Because in the moments where he's strangling Solus and telling him like dragons don't answer to humans, apologize to her, get on your knees, he's doing it right away as if he's understanding Taryn. But you're not allowed to speak to other dragons and you shouldn't be able to hear them in your head.
I think it's a Venin thing.
Do you think?
I think so.
Oh my god, Taryn is honestly a fake ass bitch. Does he know?
I think that because Taryn always like warned Violet about, he's like always like watch out for him and watch out for his dragon.
You don't think he would be like watch out because he's Venin?
I feel like Taryn didn't know exactly what he was, or if he just didn't have like concrete information of whether or not he was or not.
Okay.
I mean, unless this is like the ultimate betrayal that Taryn has had.
Yeah.
And he like knew and didn't tell anybody, or maybe it was like he knew something was going on with Solus, but didn't know if like Varish had anything to do with it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways like I think it could go.
It's just interesting. That's all.
Right.
It's just sketchy.
If anything,
And like maybe Solus is translating.
Yeah.
But it just seems weird to me that Solus is being bit and bleeding out, and he's saying apologize.
Maybe it's like an open channel. It's like I don't know what it is.
It's very weird though.
It's very strange, but I love to like think so crazy about like how things work.
Yeah.
I feel like it sends you down like a rabbit hole.
Yeah. But on that, if I was Violet, I would have let Taryn kill Solus. Like, she was all of a sudden deciding to be a good person. Like, she's like, no, it's okay, I accept his apology, Taryn, stop it. I would have been like, yeah, kill him.
Who cares?
Get rid of him.
Oh my god, like he tried to kill you.
He tried to, yeah.
He burned your back, dude.
Like, it truly, everything would have just been so much better if they just killed off both of them. They would have maybe found out in the moment that he was Venin. If they killed Solus and it didn't kill Varish.
You're so right.
Nothing can convince me he's not a Venin. No. So
he's actually the Venin.
He's the sage.
He's the sage.
Oh.
This whole part had me crying.
Oh, when the fight between Violet and Rhiannon.
I actually was sobbing this morning.
I'm so glad that Rhiannon kind of puts her in her place and then calls her out like, you know, just a reminder, Liam was my friend too.
Yeah.
So like, first of all, I can be sad.
Yeah.
And I can want to know what happened to him because he was my friend. Yeah. And I understand. I'm glad that Violet finally is just like, okay, I had to watch him die. I had to hold him. I had to see Day die, because it kind of finally put it into perspective for Rhiannon instead of like, I don't know why she didn't just say that from the beginning.
I know.
But I am happy that they had this one moment of telling each other the truth.
I only cried at this point because I felt like the Rebecca really wrote it emotionally. Like it was, you could see like this whole time her and Rhiannon have been like so broken in their friendship, and at this moment it just kind of felt like Violet finally like let go, like you said. But what literally got me was Rhiannon just being like accepting of like her and her emotions and being like I understand, like yeah, I bet that is really hard, like I'm so sorry that you had to witness that, like, or the vibe at least she was giving off. And then at the very end being like, I'm glad that even if you're not telling me everything, that you're at least like expressing emotion to me.
Yeah, like her being like, I'd rather you yell at me than try to lie to me.
Yeah, I don't know, but
she's a good friend.
it made me like actually start crying this morning.
No, she's literally a good friend.
She's so good.
Violet doesn't deserve her.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so in chapter 20,
Ooh, I'm excited for this chapter.
Me too.
It's a good chapter.
I said that the excerpt from Xaden's letter has me crying because it's him talking about how when his dad died, he didn't he forgot what it felt like to be loved. And then when Violet said that she loved him, he was reminded of what that felt like. And then she almost died, so it kind of sent him into a spiral. You look like you're going to cry. I feel like it. It's so sad. Well, and then just him being like, I'm going to work to get those words
Why
back.
am I tearing up?
I know it is. It's so
sad.
It's so sad. Like, Xaden just doesn't know what it feels like to be loved.
Stop. No more.
It's sad.
Okay.
And even from his mom.
Oh my god. Fuck his mom.
I know. Hate
her.
I know.
I don't even know her, but I hate her. It's so okay, because I'm so sorry. I really am so sorry, but I have to bring up this epigraph real quick from his love letter. Because there's one part I think I highlighted, but I didn't put anything. I'm striving to be better for you just like I promised, but I need you to know that the monster is still there, screaming to use every ruthless part of me to get your words back. He's making himself better as a person just to win her 3 little words back.
I love morally gray men.
That's his description. I like that,
he's a morally
actually.
great character.
You're so right. Why am I... He's so cute.
I just can't believe how she would read that and just still be upset with him.
She's so
It's
angry
fucked up.
at him.
Yeah.
For what? Pisses me off.
I don't know. So the kiss.
Okay, hold on. The build up for it.
Yeah.
Him striding towards her.
Them just oh my god, it's like The Notebook. Like them walking toward each other, but having mind-to-mind talk the entire time. And then when they get to each other, and then he just says, I missed you, and then kisses her. Stop it.
Stop it.
And can I just say, Rebecca knows how to write a makeout scene or a kissing.
It's so
kiss.
good.
She just knows how to write a kiss.
The passion's
I
there.
don't know how these kisses are 4 pages long, but I love it.
And I love it. They should be 4 pages long.
Yeah.
I hate reading when it's just and then we touched lips.
And it was passionate. Anyway. No, tell me how you
tell me how it felt.
What happened?
It was when
the hand placement.
It was the consent too.
Yes.
It was him being kiss me, even if it's for show, whatever. And then she was like, oh yeah, I forgot. He said that the only time he's gonna kiss me if I tell him to.
Right.
That's hot. He is so fine. And then when they're get into it, he stops, and then he says I've missed you, something like that, and she's like, and I instantly know that he's thinking the same things that I am right now. But then you're in front of your sister. That's what snapped me out of it quickly.
Well, okay, I was kind of Xaden, that was a little wrong for that. You just did it so that you guys would make out in front of her sister, and so that she would sleep in your room.
I was like, there's probably other ways you could have done that instead of having to make out in front of her.
Yeah,
it was a little weird,
but it's okay.
It was great. And
so when she says that he lifted her up, but he's holding onto her by one arm, and her feet are just he lifted her off the ground with one arm. Wow.
It's probably easy.
I was like, dang, how does that, man?
Because he was holding her back, right?
15 feet taller than her,
right,
so.
Right. It's
yeah, I feel like he just lifted her up.
That's fucking wow.
That's crazy.
He's probably has those weights in the morning. He's like, this is just, he got Violet's weights, her weight. And she's like, oh, easy.
Got it.
He's working out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Xaden's scar.
Oh, yes. I didn't know if you wanted to say that other line.
I'm crying at it. It's
no, the one above it.
Oh,
I didn't know if you wanted to bring that.
we got it. We got it.
Okay, yeah. So Violet, I love how neither of us have anything to say about her talking with Mira.
Oh, I don't give a fuck, honestly. I'm sorry. Only
No, that's
okay.
fair.
Okay. If we want to say words, I'll say words.
No. We don't have to. I just think it's so funny that we're like, okay, anyway, Xaden's here, so all that matters is Xaden.
Which I love it because
Yeah.
it's true. It's all we care about. One thing I will say about Violet and Mira in that conversation, I think I just didn't put anything down because I just was like, it's just obviously Violet spiraling and not knowing how to handle anything.
Yeah.
But then blaming her not being able to handle it on Xaden. That's what I got from that conversation. I do, in our theorizing, I have to go back to Mira. So I think I'll wait
something
till
about
then.
Mira too.
Beautiful.
So yeah, when Xaden comes to bed at night, he's shirtless. Ooh, we love it. And then
Sorry, that was really a lot.
no, I loved it. But Violet realizes the scar on his heart. I'm like, what's that? Realizes the scar on his heart.
We gotta take math and anatomy class.
Apparently, it's been a long time since I've been in school. So, and then she is just like, weird. I wonder if he got hurt in battle. The scar's for her. It's for her. Over his heart.
Oh my god!
I have to quit. I'm quitting the podcast. This is the last episode we'll ever make. I like
hand over. Permanently marked.
Permanently. Imagine next week they break up.
He's like,
He said, some people get tattoos. I will
scar
myself.
That's
for those that I love. It's giving
Megan
Megan
Fox.
Fox. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that was perfect.
He's like, and then after I drank the blood,
and I kept it on my. Oh my god, didn't they have like
They
the
have, like,
rings
little
that had
vials.
spikes so that if you take it off, it's like
that's
hey,
right.
Are
That's
we just-
crazy.
was that Rebecca? Is that the
Is that
inspiration?
the inspiration? Well, was it Megan Fox or was it somebody else? Oh, it was Angelina Jolie. They had like vials of each other's blood or something. People are crazy.
If I had a Xaden though, I'd probably do the same.
Yeah. You would drink his blood?
What's the next thing we're talking about?
Wait. No, I gotta go. Did you see the interview that she did on Call Her Daddy?
Oh my god.
And she's like, people think it's so weird that I drink a drop of blood. Meanwhile, girls are out here drinking a guy's cum and they don't even know his last name.
She kind of ate with like, that.
That is fair, but
also, girl, you're still not justified. Like, you're still
I love
not.
that she compared it to like, yeah, but like, you know, like in movies in the 50s, like they would be like blood brothers. I was like, yeah, but they didn't drink it.
They didn't drink it. No.
Like, it's if you cut your hand and you're like, wow, we're blood brothers. I mean, I don't think I would want to high five.
No, because you can get like,
that's how you get diseases.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was the same.
I don't think it's the same as like
drinking someone's blood. A drop, like you measured.
She's like, guys, we're just like you. Like we're
like
so
we're quirky.
normal.
We're quirky and
cool.
weird.
They're not even together anymore.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
I don't remember.
Am I making that up?
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Oh my god. I like love her, but she's
love
crazy.
her.
So anyway, okay. This bitch, for real.
Yep.
Okay, Violet complains about fighting with Xaden, but she is the one that like she's like, we're always fighting. Like, correct, because you're the one that's always starting it. And then Xaden comes to bed, and mind you, he doesn't do anything. He crawls into bed, and he's like, oh my god, you're awake. And she's like, I'm too tired to fight right now. And he goes, okay,
we don't have to.
We won't fight. And then she goes, because it's that simple. And she admits, she says it sarcastically, like, I'm done. If I was Xaden, I would have been like, whoop, out of bed. And I would have slept in the hallway. Or he has his own bathroom, right? I would have slept in the bathroom. Like, we're not doing this.
Oh my god, it pisses
you know what
me
I mean?
fucking off. It's giving. I know too many toxic couples in my life, and the way that I fucking hate.
Yeah.
When I hear stupid shit like that. Can you? It's just like you're picking at it. You're picking at your fight.
Yes.
You want to fight.
She loves to fight. That's what I'm saying. Like,
For
he
what?
didn't do anything.
Except for get into bed.
He crawled into bed thinking she would be asleep and then said, oh, you're awake. And she's like, I don't want to fight. And he's like, okay.
Oh my God. I wasn't
even going to say anything. It's just crazy.
And he has so much patience. And he
has
loves
so
her.
Xaden,
Xaden, I would never do that shit to you.
Yeah, just so you know.
Just so you know.
So much patience, though. I gotta applaud it. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Okay. So, Xaden tells Violet that he gave her the weaving book because he was like, oh, I thought you might want to keep your hands busy, right? And then she says that there is a devious glint in his eyes that says it's something more than that. I just want to say that I think this is backing up my theory that he wants her to learn Tirish culture, because even later he's like, oh, he tries to turn it into a competition. Like, I know how to tie every one of those knots. I would love to compete against you. And then she's like, knots with fabric. First of all, fucking racist bitch. Like, why are you attacking his culture? And then his response is culture violence. Good. Shut her down.
Shut her down.
Like, that's so, she's like, okay, you guys tie knots in fabric. That's fucking weird. Literally,
I hate her.
up. Shut up. I'm sure there's weird things that Navarians do as well.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Is she racist?
I don't know. There was.
She's
I don't think it was racist. Okay, that was dramatic. I don't think it was racist. I just think the way
insensitive.
It was insensitive.
It's insensitive
to his culture.
I cannot believe. Like, I'm just saying. Also, it's for someone who, like Xaden, is so closed off and doesn't share a lot of his like love, interests, anything of his upbringings or anything like that, and for him to want to share something.
Yeah. I know.
What the fuck? Got me glitching.
I know.
I hate her.
I know.
I hate her. And I loved her when I first read the book.
It's okay. I hope she gets us back in this next book.
It's not looking great.
I know.
Okay.
I love that you wrote this down, because I wrote this down as a quote, but scratch that. I would love to talk about it. Yeah. No, I want to talk about it.
I'm so sorry.
No. I want to discuss it.
Okay. As they're cuddling in bed, and he's kind of just like giving her a little debrief about how this is not going to be easy. He says, but you and I are not easy people. What we build together has to be strong enough to withstand a storm or a war. A storm?
An onyx storm?
I literally threw my Kindle across my bed because I said, shut the fuck up.
You know, Rebecca wrote that. She was like,
why did he say a storm first instead of a war? Withstand a storm. What storm are they scared of? Like, is that like a, you know, like a, what is that? Like a simile?
Well,
is that supposed to be just like
I was trying to think like is it?
Is he just being like
we could withstand a storm together?
It's just it's giving onyx storm. That's what it's giving. But I saw that, I was like,
I don't think he planned on turning Venom.
No. I just want to know if this was purposeful, Rebecca.
Oh, of course.
Did she already know the name?
Probably. I wouldn't put it past her that she probably has all the names.
That's scary.
She said that she has all the books. Like, she knows what's going to happen in each book.
I don't know. It's hard for me to sleep at night knowing that.
No, I know. Because thinking about... I keep thinking, like, this is going to be the last one.
Me too.
I don't want it to be. I just keep thinking this is going to be the last one. But thinking about, like, when we get to the 5th one, I wonder if we'll still be doing this.
We have to be.
Okay.
We have to finish the series.
We gotta finish the whole thing.
We gotta be finishing the series.
Like 3 years from now.
If I'm living in Europe by that point, it doesn't matter. We're still doing the podcast.
We'll do it over Zoom.
Because we have to finish the series.
Okay.
Regardless.
Fair.
I will die on that hill.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. And you guys keep us accountable with that too.
Yeah, you this account is inactive in 2 years.
You bring us back. No, because by that time we will be actually partnering with Red Tower Books.
Oh, so fair.
And we actually will be there.
We'll be promoting.
Yeah.
Promoting the book.
Yeah, Rebecca will actually be right here. I just thought it was a crazy little part, and for him to bring that up, I was like, oh, I love when Rebecca puts Easter eggs in there like that. So good. I think I said this because there's a lot of misspelling in it, so I know that's mine.
Oh.
Where it just says like, and then I'm immediately back to hating Violet when she's like, look at us having a conversation without fighting. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
No,
shut the fuck up.
I know. Like, I hate her.
It's all because of you. He's not trying to fight.
I'm just so confused. I just want to go back to 2 months ago.
Right.
When they never fought.
Ever.
Or I would be okay with them being enemies to lovers to enemies to lovers.
Right.
Only because, like, I miss the tension. I miss the, like, the banter, but they hated each other, but they liked each other.
This is just annoying.
Like, now it's annoying, and if it's gonna be like this for 3 books, I'm really not interested.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I know Rebecca has said, like, we gotta keep it fresh for 5 books, which is why I'm pretty confident that they will be together the entire time.
Yeah.
Because she did say, like, if I'm gonna have a love story for 5 books, and I don't think she would say that.
I mean, I won't, this might be controversial, but I also won't be opposed if there was a time they weren't together.
Yeah.
Because I think, I mean, I'll hate it, right?
Yeah.
But I think,
well, I hope we would get dual POV.
Exactly. Because I would like to see both sides from it, because I think they're equally both the main character.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we should see both sides. But if it comes to a point where, like, they break up or, like, they are completely separated, I think it would still work within the enemies to lovers type thing. So I wouldn't be opposed.
I am curious because at the end of the book, like, my thought would be like, oh, we're starting this next book, they're enemies. But he does say that they were sleeping next to each other.
Yeah. Because she didn't know at that point.
No, I think she does.
Ugh.
I mean, we'll have to discuss it when we get there. I think she does know. I know the question is there. Did she know? Does she not know? I'm like, do we think they hooked up?
I can't wait to.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it was after her being tortured. She's like,
well, no.
Yeah.
No, the very, very end of the book.
Oh.
Very end of the book.
Got it.
When he wakes up in the middle of the night.
I see what you mean.
Like, they most likely slept together because they're them.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Do you think it changed?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, do you think? I hope the next book revisits.
That was so bad. The way that my thought went right.
No, I thought it too. I just didn't say anything.
I was like, do you think it got?
It was like intense.
Better.
I don't know.
He's a venom now.
I don't know, but I am curious. I know some people are like, well, she didn't know he's a venom. I was like, the way I took it is like she did.
We're gonna have to go over it because I don't remember.
Okay. So,
like, I mean, honestly, I can't even put an opinion on it yet.
Okay, that's fair. All right, let us dive in to our
Quotes.
favorite quotes.
Yeah.
You want to start us off, Cassandra?
Oh, it's weird to hear my full
I
name
know.
from you.
You prefer what, Cassandra?
Cassandra.
Start us off.
Thank you so much. In chapter 17, it's from Miss Imogen. She says, you don't have to freeze out everyone you can't be completely honest with. Just because Ryerson thinks that works for him, it doesn't. Hence all of your issues. And it damn well looks like your friend needs you. So go. Her calling her out on this.
She's crazy for that.
She fucking read her to filth with that one. But my favorite part of this one was just like, hence all of your issues. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was in all capital letters.
Yeah. Using hence.
Hence.
She really got her with that
She said,
one.
hence all your issues.
Okay, in chapter 18, this was from Xaden, and he says, this is when they're going to go visit Jacinia. He says, I'll know. I am an incredible judge of character. Because he wants to go down there to read her intentions.
We didn't.
No, I'm so stupid.
I'm a dumb
The way that
person.
we're going to finish this and still not know Violet's signet, and I'm going to be so pissed off with us.
Don't get me started on Violet's signet, because this past week, been talking to my friend who just finished this book. Mm-hmm. It's the way that we've been only talking about her signet.
It could be anything.
It literally I have like 7 theories.
Yeah.
Hate it. But I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's just being witty and funny.
Yeah.
No. Oh, also him knowing sign language.
I know, so cute. I love that, like, everyone knows sign language.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, you know how to sign? And he's like, well, and you know Tirish. Like, it's weird.
He's like, so what? Everyone does it.
Yes, put her in her place.
Yeah,
buddy.
they're all like trilingual up in here.
And I know nothing.
I can sign my name.
Give it to us.
I didn't really do it to the camera, so you probably didn't see it.
She did it. I saw it.
It's Brittany.
I need to learn it. My next one is, I love this one, from Xaden in chapter 18. He goes, say those 3 little words and I'll have you naked in seconds. 1, 2, 3, like naked in seconds. That's cute.
That's cute.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I am a little
No. It's true. It's fine. It's cute.
masochistic.
No, I don't think that's what that means.
Doesn't that mean like aggression?
I think that means you like pain.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Then
I don't
know.
think that's what that means.
And I don't. Scratch that. Take it from the record. Go ahead.
Okay.
Redacted.
Redacted. Okay, next up from chapter 20, also from Xaden. He says, I know who you really are, Violet. Even when you keep things from me, I know you. He promises. He was telling us the whole time.
I know you.
So stupid. I
I
hate
know
myself.
your thoughts, he says. That's crazy. That's literally what he means. Oh, so sorry. I buffered. My next one is from chapter 18 as well. Xaden says, I could make so many innuendos, but I'll refrain. I don't know. That's just so fucking funny.
It gives me the millennial. They all have to have one weird millennial cringy line. And that kind of gave that to me.
I could say a dirty joke right now.
Yeah, like,
but
okay,
I won't.
Shut up, Xaden. Like, I don't need a reminder that you're a little 23-year-old child. Okay, this is from Violet chapter 20 when she's talking to Mira about the wards.
Uh-huh.
And she says, I know that they originate from the wardstone in the Vale because of the hatching grounds located there, and that they're boosted with a power supply along our borders outposts to expand their natural distance in places and maintain a strong defense.
What does that mean?
I just thought it was interesting, and then Mira kind of explains it like an umbrella and like spokes of an umbrella.
I'm so curious of their hatching grounds and how they actually, like, I would want to get more because I don't know how, I can't envision a power supply.
I'm imagining it just like a little pit,
like a little reflective pool.
No, like I feel like they're probably up in a mountain and it's kind of like it dips down and there's Vale. I don't know why I'm picturing that, and there's like almost like a pit. It's huge. Okay. But like they're up above them and they have to dip down into it. I don't know. I'm probably totally wrong.
No, but that's a good way of thinking it. I have no thoughts, so I'm going to just use that instead.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
like little eggs everywhere.
Everywhere is crazy. They're probably huge ass eggs.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they're like a little beach ball.
Little beach ball. Oh, in chapter 18, Xaden also says, I think they were when they're talking to Nolan, and she says,
oh yeah, she's like, Nolan, you look haggard.
And he's like, you're on it with the compliments today. Because like earlier she said something about how he looks awful and exhausted.
He smelled. That's what it was.
He smells.
Yeah. Or maybe she did say he looked tired too. She did say he looked tired. He's like, thank you. That's what every man wants to hear.
Thank you. Like right when he like walked in.
Oh my God, imagine your hot boyfriend walks in. You're like, you look bad and you smell bad. Like, okay, bitch.
Honestly, it would ick me too. I get it though.
Okay. My last one is maybe you're not the one I'm reminding, from Xaden in chapter 20.
No, because
do
you think he like looks in the mirror and he's like, Violet loves me. Violet loves me.
He says his little morning affirmations.
How cute. I wanted to, for my last quote, I have another one, but I don't think it's necessary anymore. But it's like one of the smallest epigraphs that we have in the series, I feel. Chapter 19 is dragons do not answer to the whims of men. So I was curious as to why that was being said. Why did that part?
I think that got brought up because that was the chapter that dealt with Varish.
Okay.
So just kind of leading into the chapter of like,
I see what you mean.
They don't answer to humans.
I just
like even the most powerful, even the most like the weakest dragon would not answer to the most powerful human.
Yeah. I don't know why, but dragons are they're so fucking badass to me.
Yeah, I know.
And I love them. And then honorable mention, sorry, last quote. It's Violet, chapter 20. She goes, not sure how it's possible, but I simultaneously want to climb the man and kick him hard in the shin.
And keep in mind, he didn't do anything at this point.
He didn't do anything.
I hate her.
Just climb him.
Yeah.
Don't need to kick him.
Do us all a favor.
It's all a favor. All right, let's get into thriving and theorizing. I think me and you
we kind of are on the same page.
We're on the same page here.
Okay, so I saw a theory on TikTok. I have kind of been seeing this. I've seen this before, but this theory was something I had not paid attention to, or I don't know how I missed it. But I know a lot of people have been wondering where Mira was at the end of this book. And I guess I didn't pay attention to it. Like, there's just so much going on, but everyone is accounted for except for Mira. So I did not know this, but since Mira she can extend wards and she's kind of like a shield, people who have mind signets can't read her mind. So somebody like Dane, Xaden, they can't read her mind. And like, again, I just saw this on TikTok, so I feel like I need to fact check it. Yeah. But when I think about it, I don't think Xaden has ever like mentioned reading her mind. I also don't remember them ever saying though that he couldn't.
I don't know.
But
there's not much that we know about it.
That's just very interesting.
Yeah, because we didn't know that he could read until like, I feel like a little later.
Yeah.
Is it towards the end of part?
When we find out he's intrinsic? Yeah.
Very end, right? So we don't know. But Mira, that like leads into mine, is that they have kind of like this cliche that people have been thinking that Fourth Wing will have, is like a sibling betrayal.
Yeah, well, I think it's like a prophecy.
A prophecy vibe?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like a fable.
Yeah. That one of the siblings betrays everyone. At first, people think like it's obvious, like Brennan is the one, because #Brennan is Venom.
He's sketchy.
He's still sketchy, but I think Mira is giving him a run for his money. A lot of people think that Mira is going to be the one to betray because she is super powerful with her signet as well. I think I want to be a little bit more cautious of it going forward with Mira. I also think that the reason why I got reminded of it when you were talking earlier is when she says, like, you need to stop. This is above your clearance. I think I found it very sketchy. Yeah, why is she not there for her sister? She's very political.
Yep.
And she's super into like the rules. I mean, obviously we've known that since day one. So, and I see where she like gets that from Lilith, from their mom. But I also would say that she just kind of has a lot more like excuses or reasonings to withhold information. So that's what makes her a little bit more sketchy to me.
Yeah.
But I love the theory that there's going to be a sibling betrayal.
Yeah. I would like to revisit this at the end also when she is not accounted for, just because I do remember her not being there. I just remember not paying attention to it. Yeah. So I want to pay more attention to the last time we see her on the page and what we think happened.
Yeah. My God, not the whole damn family can be all vetted.
I don't think Lilith was. I really don't think Lilith was.
You don't think so?
I don't think Mira is either. But something's weird.
Something's weird with her.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
All right. Let's move into
Final Jam. Let's do Final Jam. Let's do it.
Okay. I have one song. I feel like a lot of the Hunger Games music kind of fits into this vibe. So I did Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift and the Civil War. Can't remember.
Yeah. It's such a good song.
It's such a good song. I felt like that would be cute playing when they were cuddling.
I have a same song. I put another Taylor Swift song, but I'm going to save that for later. I'm going to delete her.
Okay.
But it's the If You Lie Down With Me by Lana Del Rey. I actually have never heard that song before.
I don't think I've heard the song.
But it kind of, I think, goes with the same reason why you picked Safe and Sound. I'll just pull up a little lyric here that got me. And it was like, it says, twirl me twice, I'll treat you like a holiday, and don't say you're over me when we both know you ain't.
Okay.
She's right about that.
Yeah.
So cute. Lana Del Rey and Taylor Swift and Hosier are really upholding the Final Jam.
Yeah. All right.
I think we finished it.
Well, we've made it to the end.
Yeah. We love to yap.
We love to
Sorry,
yap.
but not gonna keep being a yapper.
All right, guys. Well, as always, if you haven't subscribed to our monthly newsletter, feel free to get on that. We have our Patreon. All of our links to our socials are going to be in the description. Make sure that you guys like, comment, follow on TikTok, Instagram. We are there posting throughout the week. And rate the podcast if you enjoyed it.
Love it. Share it to your friends. Tell all your besties to listen to the pod. And you guys can also talk about your own Iron Flame theories too.
Oh, and email us if you have any theories.
Oh, yeah. literallyobsessedpod@gmail.com.
That's right.
All right, besties. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.